I'm honored to be a part of the screening of this activating film where cotton flowers grow. And the inauguration of the mini exhibition comes soon. I congratulate all the people involved for this inspiring experience. Creating a documentary is a labor of love, often requiring extensive research, dedication, and a deep commitment to the subject matter. By looking through their lens, we gain insight into worlds we may have never known existed, for which I want to express my deep appreciation for their invaluable work. Documentary films hold a unique place in the world of cinema because of the profound storytelling impact they are known to create, far beyond theatre or screen. They shed light on untold stories, challenge our perspectives, broaden our horizons, and bring forth the human experience in all its complexity. In today's world, information is constantly at our fingertips, with countless social media distractions, which often causes us to forget the path trodden by our ancestors. What is so endearing about the simple village folk from Sanglau village in Noklak district is the pleasure and pride they derive in keeping the tradition of their elders alive by making yarn out of cotton the old-fashioned way. Cotton is an ancient utility material that has served the timelines of human history and fashion till the present day. It exemplifies the spirit of simplicity with usefulness by maintaining an element of tradition, culture, environmental consciousness, and sustainability. Therefore, as this documentary illuminates our mind, let us be responsive to the necessity of nurturing the practitioners of the old art, in supporting and encouraging them to continue this art form so that they can pass on the skills to the younger generation. Finally, I would like to thank the Department of Art and Culture for supporting the production of the documentary and promoting Naga textile entrepreneurs. Your commitment to preserving our tradition and providing a platform for those special voices that must be heard is indeed commendable. It is my sincere hope that you will all continue promoting these important works. I'm sure the thought-provoking film that we just witnessed has awakened a sense of intrigue and interest in the invaluable art forms of the past and will leave an indelible mark in us all. Thank you once again for having me here, and I wish the 3-day event a grand success. Thank you.
In the autumn of 2022, when Google asked me if I would be interested in making a film about the last cotton growers of Sanglau village in Noklak district, and I immediately said yes. There are a few stories that tug your heart from the very first go, and this was one such story. The urgency of the story also moved all the key players on the fast-forward mode. In early November of 2022, our team headed to Sanglau to explore this story. Reaching Sanglau itself was not an easy feat, and we do travel a lot, but this was quite an experience. The road to Sanglau really tested our bones, and our appearance was not the same after reaching the village. We were covered in dust from head to toe. But one thing about Sanglau that truly impressed me was when we arrived, there was running water in the village. A tap outside almost every home. And this spoke heaps about the quality of leadership in that distant village. And we were receivers of that generosity, of that same leadership, which led to us spending the next 3 days with our central characters, the 4 women, Monyu, Musim, Jejong, and Juki. From early mornings till night, we followed them, observed them, listened to them, conversed with them, and filmed them. And the production process, filming process, went very smoothly. And I wanted to mention a few reasons that enabled that. The first one was we had access to our subjects, which was key. That is something we're very grateful for, that these 4 women opened up their lives, their homes, and their stories to us without any inhibition. Secondly, right from the beginning, we have been given the full creative liberty, and I must add that we have used that to the fullest. From our executive producer, to the department, to these 4 women. The one thing that has not spread thin throughout the production process, till post-production, has been the trust given to us. And for this trust, I am most grateful. When there is this liberty, we as creative people are able to experiment, explore, and push ourselves. The decision you will see later in the film not to use music, or the pace of the film, which might be slightly slower, or less entertainment nature of the film you will see, all of this are a result of the creative liberty that was given to us. Our team Take One always loves a good challenge, and this film has helped our team to push ourselves, and so we're very grateful for that. One of the main challenges that we did face was language, not understanding, and the translation process, for which the editing process got slightly extended. We did not understand a single word when we reached location, and we were dependent on the translators for everything. And this continued, I think, absolutely till the edit table. So a special thanks goes to all our translators and the editing team. You know, I will not say much about the film. I hope you will watch it, and you will have your own interpretation later. But I remember, after the 3rd day, in the last evening, as we were saying goodbye to these 4 women who had become family for 3 days and a little more, I remember my eyes becoming moist and my heart aching as we said our goodbyes. And the same ache that tugged my heart as we drove away from the beautiful mountains of Sanglao, not knowing whether we will ever meet again, and also having experienced a deep sense of connection with these 4 women. I realized that it is these little brief moments that makes it so worth it. And as for us artists, it feeds our souls and gives meaning and purpose to our lives and to our work. People who know me know that I'm very grateful for my team at Take One. And I'm glad that we got to do this film together. In all humility, I must add that we are very proud of this film. And let me assure you that this story and this film has been handled with a lot of love and a lot of care. Last night, one thought crossed my mind. For these 4 women and their generation, perhaps all it took was 4 women to come together in the luxury of their time, in the comfort of their homes, to keep a tradition alive. And I wonder, what will it take for our generation to keep such traditions alive? And so I really hope that this film will be a conversation starter. Because this film, Where Cotton Flowers Grow, does not only take us to one Naga village, but it takes us to many Naga villages. It is not a story of just 4 women. It is a story of hundreds and thousands of Naga women. It is not the story of only one dying tradition, but of many that are dying and that needs to be retold. The story needs to be told. So normally for film screenings, I would usually say, please sit back and enjoy the film. But we'll have to do it a little differently for this one. I will encourage you all to sit up, to listen and to pause. Please take time to watch this film. Slow down your senses. Be present. Let us listen to the sound of the yarn spinning. Let us pause to observe the everyday, ordinary moments of these women as they open up their stories to us. And only then, I believe, that you will be truly able to enjoy the film. Thank you so much for being here.
This is very close to my heart. And I think by now, each one of you can feel the depth. I won't shy away from my tears because this story very much came from a place of distress, but also a sense of wanting to do something. We really wanted to make this documentary. I had an insight, and that insight was when I visited Notlak and Sir Hyazu was the DC, and I had the privilege to take all the liberty and opportunity to nestle at his home, and also shamelessly, he was so generous in extending his hospitality, in making me go to places where my heart was calling. So I went to Sanglao village and Choklangan, where today you would see the work of Choklangan women at the exhibition. But more to the Sanglao village was these four ladies, these four women were supposed to come to our Loinung festival in Desape. But due to their health and elderly, their age, they could not travel. So that led me to, well, they had a desire for wanting to meet me. So to make that desire fulfill, I decided to visit Noklak. And when I learned that Sir was there, I jumped into the opportunity. I rang and I said, "Sir, I'm coming. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm coming." So I came. He was so generous. He actually made it possible for me to go to Sanglao. And with his Dubashi and his Dribi, I was able to spend time with these four women. And I learned the basic foundation of the cotton process, from ginning, from fluffing, and from spinning. As I was sitting with them, they helped me realize more that we really have stopped going to our elders. And they were quite surprised what made a girl from town or a city dweller come to a village like theirs and even sit with them and be interested what they were doing. And I explained that, well, you were supposed to come for the festival, but you could not, so here I am. I'm bringing the festival to your heart, to your home. And that's how we were able to spend time. And as we were engaged in the teaching, I asked them, don't you teach these things with the girls in your village? And they would say, "Who's interested?" I said, "Nobody is interested. In fact, they are more interested to go to Dimapur and Kohima and be engaged in their internet. Nobody is interested to sit with old ladies like us." But I was enjoying it so much with them, and that prompted me, in fact, they inspired me to weave this story. In fact, not me weaving, they were the ones who were the storytellers. All I had to do was take this dream and share with somebody who would be a companion, would partner, would collaborate, and would journey the story together. So I have been meaning to work with Sessino's team, Take One, for quite some time. And I said, "Sessino, I have this story. Would you be interested?" And she said, "Tell me about it." So when somebody's interested, you get more interested to tell the story. And when I shared with her, she just jumped into it. And then, okay, now let's go to Sir Hyazu. Let's see what he says. And that's how we went along. And the last stop was to come to Ma'am Adela. And I said, "Ma'am, this is the story. And I feel for these women, especially the maker and the art. We say so much about our culture, our heritage, but what about doing something about it? And I'm not a theory, I'm a practical person. Would you be interested? In fact, what do you think? You know, now that you are the head of the department, would you not want to do something together? And I've been working with ma'am for quite some time, and that's how we got together. And in this, it became a partnership, it became a companionship, and together we made this. I wouldn't say it was mine alone. Perhaps I may have been, in fact, I'm the thinker, but the doers have been all these individuals that I wish to express my gratitude. Technically, when I saw that next to my name, a producer's perspective, I never dreamt that I would be technically in that frame. All I want to say is that I am a facilitator, and my only work and job that God has called me to do is bridge the gap. And today we've been able to do that through this film. And I hope that the story of these 4 women, I hope you find yourself in one of the stories, and you find that character, and see what role each one of us can play in taking this story ahead. It's not necessary that it has to be with weaving, but definitely a route that we must find our identity in. So with all this, I'm so grateful for each one of you for accepting our invitation and coming here, because without you, I don't think so it's possible. And we hope that this would help you dream more and reach out to our women and really take time to build that relationship and make this possible in everyone's thought. So thank you very much, and just so grateful that this is finally happening, and we're taking the second screening to Noklak sometime in the first week of October, and during the Kimungan Festival we will be screening this. So they're looking forward to it, and we hope that this sets an example for all. Thank you.
Invoking God's richest blessings, I take great pleasure in inaugurating this exhibition campus here.
thank you, the Chimu Cultural Laughter Troupe, for enchanting us with the delightful performance. We now have the time for felicitation. May I kindly request our special guest, Srimati Kaisa Rio, to come on stage to receive a token of appreciation. May I kindly request Srimati Vitono Gugu Haralu to make the presentation.
For me to stand here and say a few words, concluding words. How wonderful it is that a simple cotton seed, when planted, grow and give out its bloom of soft, fluffy fiber. We have just witnessed the documentary film of how the fiber brought together the 4 women of Sanglao village. This cotton thread has so beautifully woven itself into the lives of these 4 women. It is also sadly made known to us that this art, which is part of their very heritage, will eventually die with them unless there are willing hands to pick up this fiber and work on it again. But perhaps all is not lost, because today it is this very humble fiber that has brought us all to this place here. Alongside the screening of this documentary film, we have put together a small exhibition where the Exotic Eco Society, Yorba SHG, the Kyamngan Menyu Hoikam, the Kurutetse Cotton Group, and the Chizamilis are participating. Since we get many visitors not only from Nagaland, but also from other parts of India and abroad, we have set up this mini exhibition inside the State Museum, which is in another part of the building. Because we felt that it will be good, it will be a good platform to allow our local artists to showcase and promote their craft and products.